Hey everybody, welcome back to Safe Fitness Training. Today I'm talking about the biceps and a little bit more about what I was talking about last video. We can use absolutely any tool that we want to fully fatigue our biceps. There's so many ways to do it, and I'm going to give you, I guess, 4 or 5 of those right now today. You don't need free weights, you don't need any weights whatsoever. But we're going to go through all of them, and I'm actually going to do quite a few bicep exercises. So my biceps, thank you in advance. There's no reason, of course, to do 4 sets of anything, but here we are, and I'm going to demonstrate. Of course, this is pretty simple. This is a nautilus preacher curl. Very easy to set yourself up and get yourself into a position. I will tell you right now, I have some serious problems with my right elbow, and so what I've done here, just for safety concerns, I've raised this starting point way higher. Most people would actually start out right about here. If we had healthy elbows, then we would start out with our forearms being right there horizontal with the ground itself. You can tell my back is straight. We want to focus on the muscles as we contract the biceps specifically. Now I'm not going to talk while I do this. You could tell that by the end of that, I could not have moved that any further, at least not in good form. Would have had to sacrifice form and had my shoulders come up. Huge fan of nautilus machines, of course, because we can create that huge gap in the machines and give ourselves a little bit more safety here. So moving on to the next one, let's just go directly to it. Some quick advice too before we do this next one. Slow as you can, 10 seconds. We never want to unload any weights. And so we want to keep the muscles engaged at all times. This is immensely powerful for us, being able to reach the moment of momentary muscular failure at all. And if you notice, just guys in the gym, they're doing tons of reps. They're never really reaching that moment. If they do, it's almost luck, or it's just that's the body part that they feel good doing it to. We want to hit it on every single muscle group. So again, we'll just dive right into this. Using free weights, this would be my preferred way to work the biceps. Of course, there's other ways. If you want, feel free to drop a comment below. How do you work your biceps? Are you doing it slow, in very slow motion? Are you even working your biceps at all? That's the question. And I hope this motivates you to start doing that as soon as possible, of course. I always like to tell people as well that sticking with the tool that seems to work best for you is going to be your absolute best advice. Of course, for people that don't have access to any free weights, people who don't have access to any machines whatsoever, all of these things are important. Heck, if I was female and I filled up 2-gallon jugs, I would have 8.5-pound weights right there that I could use for bicep curls. I could use those for a upward press. You could use those for a lot of different things as well, even the triceps. So that's a good idea. Another great idea is to create a timed static contraction. This is just a regular yoga mat. It's one of those that you could buy for, I guess, $10 at Walmart, something of that nature. And this works great for a lot of exercises. I've been experimenting with a few of these during the pandemic, and even now, my best advice for this one is to just fully contract the biceps here. And to remain in this position, continuing to squeeze the furthest into this mat that you possibly can. When you think that you are squeezing hard enough, you need to kick it up 2 or 3 notches. Because what we're talking about for these time static contractions, all of this force input is coming from you. There's nothing to resist against you other than what you're pushing against. So you create every single bit of that intensity. And I mean curl the hardest. If you think you're curling at a 7 out of 10 intensity, kick it up to a 20 out of 10 intensity and just curl all the way through. Most of the time, you can hit good minute and a half, 2 minutes before you hit momentary muscular failure. It all is about intensity. And so continuing to just curl the furthest inward you can without letting up, it's going to be your best bet for anything that's a time static contraction. So I hope that helps a lot. One last one. This worked really well. I had maybe 5 or 6 clients doing this with me during the pandemic. It was really helpful for them. Of course, we were still able to work out high intensity at home. In fact, like I always do a short pitch for the perfect workout, we have a program. You can absolutely jump into one-on-one strength training at home anytime, link below. And this is the last one. You know, a lot of people would take a towel and they'd sit on it. This is like an old sweatshirt. So I'm sitting on the sweatshirt itself, and I took the hands of it here that I'm sitting on. This is the same idea. Grabbing hold and curling up the furthest that you can and continuing to place that effort. And I can just move this down a little bit so you can see better what's going on here. I'm literally just pulling up. Now this isn't perfect and it isn't ideal, but can I reach momentary muscular failure with that exercise for my biceps? You betcha. So I hope you got something out of this video. I'm going to be making more and more of these. I know this was a little bit short, but join me for more videos soon, and I look forward to talking with you about all of these things. Leave a comment below. Tell me how your workouts are going. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you on the next video.